the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge brought their two older children, Prince George 8 and Princess Charlotte 6, to Prince Philip's memorial at Westminster Abbey in London, along with other members of the royal family, including Queen Elizabeth and around 1,800 guests. When the Cambridge family was seen approaching the service, Charlotte was looking a bit somber, perhaps in an attempt to match the mood of the day. Catherine told her daughter that, "You can smile," the Daily Mail reported. Naturally, Princess Charlotte listened to her mother as the Cambridges entered the grand gates of Westminster Abbey. The cheeky princess charmed the Archbishop of Canterbury and smiled to photographers. At one point, the little princess pulled a funny face after apparently catching sight of herself on a screen, prompting viewers to giggle over her sparkling personality. In contrast to her brother George, dressed as his daddy's double in a suit and tie, who looked far more somber, perhaps because he had a better understanding of the gravity of the situation. He kept a straight face as he walked by his father's side and was on his very best behaviour throughout the service. Prince William and Catherine made the decision to bring their two eldest children to the memorial so they could pay their respects to their great-grandfather Prince Philip. But it was sparkling Charlotte who was the centre of attention as she strode into the Abbey hand in hand with her mother. As they approached the Abbey's doors, Catherine, who was smiling, told her serious-looking daughter, "You can smile." When Charlotte met the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, he bent down to talk to her face to face, and she gave him a big smile. As they reached the end of the welcoming line, Charlotte held her hand out for her mum to hold. Princess Charlotte wore a tartan dress, navy blue coat and black patent leather shoes for the service, and had a pretty ribbon in her hair. Meanwhile, George, who has made a number of outings with his parents to major sporting events in recent months, was his father's double in a navy blue suit and tie. The Duchess took Charlotte's hand as they made their way to their seats. The Cambridges were seated behind the Queen, Prince Andrew, Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall, and in front of the Queen's other grandchildren, Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice. George and Charlotte were both on their best behaviour and kept hold of their orders of service as they listened to people pay tribute to their great-grandfather and his extraordinary life. At one moment, Princess Charlotte appeared to smile at herself after seeing her face pop up on a screen erected in Westminster Abbey. Watching the video on Twitter, one royal fan wrote, "She has that spark in her, such a bright, spunky kid. Go girl." Another posted, "Cheeky cutie, just as lovely as her mummy." Princess Charlotte has become a favourite of royal fans thanks to her sassy personality. The 6-year-old princess has been snapped, pulling funny faces, waving to photographers, and even sticking her tongue out on a family outing. The service marks one of the most important outings to date for the two young royals, both of whom enjoyed a close relationship with Prince Philip before his death at the age of 99 last April. Both Prince George and Princess Charlotte looked quite sombre at their great-grandfather's memorial, which makes sense as the two children would not have really experienced such a serious event before. And of course, they knew their great-grandfather personally. The Cambridge kids spent many a Christmas with the Queen and Prince Philip at Sandringham Estate. They also lived close to them in London, at Kensington Palace, visiting them on summer holidays at Balmoral in Scotland, not to mention the fact that their father, Prince William, was particularly close to his grandfather, especially after the death of his mother, Princess Diana. In a statement released after the loss of Prince Philip, Prince William noted that he was very grateful for the time his children were able to spend with their great-grandfather. "I will never take for granted the special memories my children will always have of their great-grandpa coming to collect them in his carriage and seeing for themselves his infectious sense of adventure as well as his mischievous sense of humour." Naturally, Princess Charlotte would feel a bit sad, but, as the Duchess of Cambridge reminded her, it's okay to smile and celebrate the lives of those you love so dearly.